Hey, what's up, everyone? How are you doing today? Okay, let me fix my mic real quick. I don't think I'm filtering anything. Give me a second. I think you can hear the music. That ain't great. Let me get broadcast up and running here. So there we go. Increase that noise reduction. My camera, does it look good? Yo, okay, let me get my camera on here. What's up? Is the sound okay? Music isn't too loud. There we go. That's better. Gotta get access to GitHub here. Okay. Hello, Lou. Everybody, Lou just joined TrustedSec last week. Hell of a guy. I guess you could drop your Twitter link, Lou, if you want. If you have Twitter, if you want it, if you want so. What is AMSI? It is the magic holding us back. Thank you for the follow, Lil DD123. Hey, Elsie's in the chat as well. Woo, awesome. Okay, we're gonna be doing some simple maintenance today. So I've gotten a bunch of messages on Twitter from people letting me know that the HTTP certificate for AMSI.fail has expired. Thank you for that. I sort of choose to ignore that for another week just so I had this topic for this stream. Let me just get into my GitHub account here before I start sharing my VM. The main goals for today is basically just to okay, that's the wrong password. Give me a second. It's to move the hosting. So right now I'm paying for hosting on Namecheap, right? And then I have to do the whole HTTPS cert thing there. So my thinking was that I could instead use the GitHub website hosting thing if that supports JavaScript, and then just do it from there, because then when I create commits and make changes to the GitHub project, I don't have to do that on the actual hosting side as well. It will just instantly update. So that's sort of the goal. I haven't looked into it at all. As normal, I'm just underprepared. So I have no idea what I'm going into, which is always interesting, right? At least for, I would say it's interesting for you guys. For me, it's more of a okay, let's see if this works kind of deal. 6 8. There we go. We are in. So let me share my VM here. There we go. So GitHub website. Host web. Okay, that was a bad term. Host website on GitHub. GitHub pages. Host directly from a GitHub repository. Just edit, push, and changes are live. You get one site per GitHub account and organization on an unlimited project sites. Project site. Use a theme. What the fuck is a theme? Head over to GitHub, create a repository, and go to settings. Click the settings tab. Theme. Choose a theme. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Does this has to be done in Markdown? If so, you know. Okay, let's just try this out, man. What could possibly go wrong, right? Let's just create a new project now before we break the AMSI.fail one. AMSI.fail website. Toolbar. And then let's just see what happens. Settings. Pages. Source. This branch. In case I have to push a branch. Page. Oh, shut up. I have to do this. I hate doing this. No idea what it is. And then username. Blank. Try to rerun this. Yes. Obviously, let me add my SSH keys for this dev box. It would be amazing if I just leaked my SSH keys on the stream. That'd be great. There we go, and then I have to upload those. So profile. I know you can't see right now. I'm just fixing my SSH keys. We wouldn't want anybody running off with those, right? Fucking, where the fuck is settings? There we go. SSH keys, new SSH key, stream lab machine, and then we go. Let's see if that worked. Okay, last time. There we go. We pushed something. Okay, let's try this again. Let me just clear it up and share my screen here. So we got the settings page, and then we select the source. Let's just choose the main branch. Sure, root, whatever. Save. Enforce HTTPS. Fuck yeah. Custom domain. Ooh, okay. Please wait for the DNS check to complete. Okay, so I probably need to set up some DNS records. Let's not do that just now. Yeah, configuring a custom domain, adding a custom domains and GitHub pages. So supported custom domains, blah blah blah. What records do I have to add? Probably CNAME record or something. I don't want to use subdomains. Apex domain. Okay, a alias or a name. Okay, so basically we just set the a name and then we add custom. It should be good. The HTTPS search should be valid. That's why you have to do that. Okay, cool. But can we still host other stuff than just, you know, your site is ready and published? Okay, but can we host HTTP stuff? That's like the main concern I have. Foo HTML. Do we have code? Yeah, nice. Sure, trust all sources. Why not, right? Oh, did that. This is a tag. Huh? Update reject because the remote contains work that you do not. Okay, git pull. Okay. I do have this weird feeling now that we can't do this. Okay. So I just have to doc type it. Let's just remove this. Let's just do index. So that kind of sort of worked, I guess. This is a tag. Oh, well, it's still old. Okay, now it's resolved foo. Okay, so it just took a while then. But that works, it seems. Okay, so HTML works great. Awesome. So I'm assuming JavaScript just works out of the box as well then. So what we could do is just head over to AMSI.fail and then just copy paste in the source code and just see if that works. So view page source, let's just smack that straight into here and then see if that works. On the AMSI source code. And this is great because if I can host it directly on GitHub, then it's much easier for you guys to make up, pull requests when stuff gets detected, add new bypasses, do whatever, right? Now that we moved to JavaScript, that's totally possible. You guys can make a commit, I accept it, and then it's on live, bang, it's on the site. Hey, kind of sort of works, right? So it doesn't have access to some of the resources, so it doesn't have access to, like, I think there's some image stuff that is missing. All right, so it's referencing like some menu images, stuff like that, and there's probably a CSS file that's missing as well. So this makes sense. But hey, the JavaScript stuff works. Awesome. Okay, let's just make it a page and fuck it, right? So let me first make some changes to the AMSI project. So where's the AMSI.fail project? We're really close to hitting 1,000 stars into the sharp collection stuff though. So if you haven't started sharp collection, do that. It would be super cool to hit 1,000. Okay, right. So the main stuff is in this JS folder. So I guess the easiest way would just be to point to this, right? So if I go to settings on AMSI.fail, pages, and then I create a page, or I choose the master, and then I choose some other folder. Docs root. Can't I select another folder? Why can't I select another folder? Does it have to be docs? I mean, it makes sense. We could just move it to docs and it isn't really an issue. Publishing source. I guess let's do, okay. If you choose docs folder on any branch, then later remove the docs from branch and use some build and you won't get a page build. Okay, so I'll just move the JS. How do we want to do this? I guess the best way would be just to move it into docs. So just rename JS to docs. I think that's the easiest way. Let's pull this and do that. So oops. Oh my god, damn. So just rename then this to docs. And then the CSS is there, the index is there. This is the package you need if you want to do the Wrangler stuff. But this is the main stuff you're looking for. The worker.js is just some older stuff. So this should just work out of the box now, right? So if I git add everything, git commit, rename the JS folder to docs or GitHub pages tour, right? Give me a second. I don't know why it's asking for this one. I just added the freaking keys, but sure, why not? Whatever, right? Change back here. There we go. Okay, so now it's called docs. Cool. Let's add a page for this then. So pages. We want to use the master branch. You want to choose the docs. You want to save. You do not need a theme, so fuck that. No theme. No theme needed. Custom domain. Let's set up that straight away. So I'm going to do that off screen because I don't want to show you guys my Namecheap account with all my domains. So, the planet will get hacked in approximately 10 minutes, right? Well, technically, the planet is always getting hacked, like literally every day, every second, right? Oh yes, some of my domains finally got transferred. Awesome. So I had a bunch. I don't know when I did this, but I bought a bunch of really cool domains for fishing and stuff, and then I had it on my personal account for a while, a personal burner account. But finally, I got it transferred to our sort of internal TS account, so I don't have to pay for it no more. Sorry, Justin. I was getting. I did that straight after I got like a solid bill. But that means that the TS gang has more cool domains to play around with, which is great though, right? Teamwork makes the dream work, as we say over there. You can't see this, but I'm just okay. Where did I buy the AMSI.fail domain? Where is it? Jesus, so it's not there. It's not there. Is it there? So many Namecheap accounts. Want to avoid stuff getting burned, right? Or not avoid stuff getting burned, but avoid a lot of other stuff getting burned when one thing gets burned. Oh, your payment. Oh, your Azure payment subscription is past due. Kind of great. Need to check that. Not that I'm using Azure or anything. Okay, AMSI.fail. Let's manage this bitch. Okay, so the site is up. Let's see if it works. Hey, it works like a charm. That's easy. That's what I call a migration. That's an easy migration right there. Thank you, GitHub. Okay, so now I need to have a custom domain, and my understanding is that for this to work, I need just to set the wildcard domains. So okay, so I have to turn off the hosting then. Domain namespace basic DNS. Let's change that so that I can just turn off the hosting. Stop paying for that. That would be awesome. Then I go to over to advanced DNS. Again, you can't see this. I don't want to show you guys my my current account. So I think that would be this, and then learn more. So flangweek.github.io, right? No, it can't be a domain. So can it be an? No. Does it have to be a CNAME then? Yeah, looks like it. CNAME record. Let's see if that works. That's enforce HTTPS. But this works meanwhile. Okay. So awesome. Now we gotta get to the detection stuff. To see what's going on there. So I think I disabled Defender on this VM. Yeah, I did. So I'm gonna have to spin up the second VM here. Just give me a second. The thing is, I'm currently like I'm pretty good at taking Saturday off the computer. Sunday I'm usually on the computer like this. You know, I'm doing the stream. I'm doing some before, something after, and the whole week I'm doing projects. I'm just using these VMs like crazy. So I have no idea what's on the different VMs. That's why I have to switch off so I don't accidentally leak some stuff. That would be a freaking nightmare if I leak some client or customer information or anything like that. So just have to be really careful when I do this so I don't leak stuff. That would be crazy. That would not be great. This looks pretty good. I don't immediately see anything, and Defender is on, so I mean that's a good sign. Let me just nuke some file running here. So if any of you guys watches Jason's stream, he streams. I don't know if you have a schedule. He streams when I sleep, so I haven't been able to catch him. But Jason Lang, you should ask him about who is Sven. You should ask him about Sven. He has a great story about it. Ask him for the social engineering story with Sven. He's gonna laugh his ass off. Okay, so I think this VM looks good, so I'm gonna switch over and hope to God I don't leak anything. I'm just gonna bring up a PowerShell shell, and if I do type AMSI in it failed, I will get malicious content, right? Because that's a bad string. That's a boo-boo string. You don't want to use that. And then again, I didn't check my internet history here, so yeah, there we go. So glad I switched over. The AMSI.fail domain is still resolving, so I have to use the GitHub name for it. Give me a second. Oh, it doesn't have intent. Yeah, this is domain join. Have to doing some minor modifications on the sign in. Damn, we're over 30 viewers. God damn, we never hit above 30 views before. That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. I would not think this was the stream that would break the 30 number. I guess this is a good opportunity to say go follow me on Twitter and make sure to subscribe on me on YouTube as well. I'll take that. You know? Okay, so the holiday weekend, right? That's true. Monday is a holiday in the US. Next tomorrow. Okay, so the old site is still the CNM record hasn't quite taken effect yet. So this is the old site, but it doesn't really matter. We can start taking a look at the detections. So let's just get with one that ain't so big, like this one, and see where if it even. I'm guessing it's detected. People have been talking. Yeah, Snow. It's complaining about name type. Okay, so it's broken. It ain't detected. Some of these are broken straight up. That's not great. Oh, nuked me. I see. Cool. Hey V, shouldn't you be sleeping, man? So the one bypass I know still works if you have interactive access is the AMSI one, because the AMSI one, if you paste it in like this, will do it in multiple lines, and then it's impossible. It isn't impossible to detect it, but the defender or the AMSI scan buffer has much less to go on when you give it each snippet. So that could also be a hack actually by just splitting it up. Let's try that on some other ones. So let's do this one. So but that again, that is if you have interactive access or if you can execute PowerShell commands in a row in the same process. But I mean, yeah, there are definitely edge cases there. So let me just try to find a break here. So there's a break. Let's delete everything, or let's first copy and then delete everything after this. Oh wow, sorry. I'm gonna start apologizing now, but is there a way to? Yeah, if I do this and shift and end, there we go, and then delete. Hey, that worked, nice. Okay, so now I did this part, isn't detected. Pasting in the second part, oh, gets detected. Interesting. Let's see what is up with this part right here. So let's do the first part. The first part was fine. It did not like the second part. So again, guessing it's something stupid. So we can just do something like this, I presume. And then I don't see anything else hardcoded in here. So okay, so there's this one. And then I guess the runtime interrupt one, right, could be detecting, normalizing down that. Okay, so now it failed. Oh yeah, because I removed the halves. Shouldn't there be this here? How could I break it so much so fast? That ain't even possible, dude. So let's say we smack this into another variable, call this foo, and then replace. So that follows this, that does that. Where's the last one? That's a replace. That's a normalize, so it's a dot. Okay, so I think it's this. I think it's the reflection field, so we could do foo. Yeah, so you can use both defender check, threat check, and there's another one called invoke threat or something to try to nail it down. So I could definitely do that and see what exactly is causing the detection. The last couple of times I've tried to do that, it hasn't really worked, to be honest. It has failed me. So let's see, defender check. So that's the original one, and then Rasta Mouse has a fork of this. So let's see if we can just, okay, it's probably not under fork, but GitHub, Rasta Mouse. I think he called it threat check. And then recently somebody released the third one. Oh, the humanity. Oh, well, it's because we're basically, when we're doing stuff like this, the Matrix doesn't like us. That's why the glitches. No, I don't. That's a weird one. I have a solid speed on my internet connection, so it shouldn't really be anything like that. Try watching it on YouTube instead. If you're watching it on Twitch, you can check YouTube. I'm streaming to both channels. So I've tried threat check before. Let's see how far this got, or the naming thing. And probably configured. Normalize solve the GitHub page for to learn more. Where can you add a record to point to our IP address or an alias record pointing? Okay, so I need to okay, but it would be great if you just would give me the IP address I could set an A record to. That would be great. Subdomains are configured, and it's configured with an A alias or a name. Okay, through your DNS provider or more information, making a custom domain for your GitHub pages. Okay, to create error pointer. Okay, cool. Okay, I did it wrong then. My bad. Let me jump out here and fix that. So I did C name, should have done A name, but let's try again with A name or A records here. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a name. So we strongly recommend not using wildcard DNA records. A wildcard DNA will allow anyone to host a GitHub page site as one of your subdomains. Right, okay. Hmm. Hmm. I think for now I'm just gonna ignore that warning and just do A records. Just to get it up and working. And I mean, if you want to create a cool subdomain for AMSI.fail, it would be to have sharp.amsi.fail, and then that could generate C# AMSI bypasses. That would be cool. Somebody should do that. Looking at you, C-Cobb, Rasta Mouse, anybody. That would be really cool if somebody did that. Okay, back to threat check here to see if we can track down this thing. Let's try to check this domain again. Your site is published. Okay. Oh, it works now. Awesome. That didn't take long. Now it's up and running. Awesome. So AMSI.fail no longer has a valid. Okay. No, it didn't. It isn't up and running yet. Ignore me. Hey, Revshell in the chat. Hey, man. Pretty sure Revshell just volunteered. Yeah, Revshell, you're creating a subdomain of AMSI.fail called sharp.amsi.fail. So you can create C-sharp AMSI bypasses that are pre-obfuscated, just like the PowerShell ones. You just got that task. You can't back out. Sorry. No, not possible to back out. Let's try the threat check ones. I gotta... Nope, I said not it. Pay me. That wouldn't be OST. Then it would be illegal, right? Because I pay you. Kidding, of course. I finally got my new swag from TrustedSec as well. Been waiting like months to get the swag. Apparently, it's hard to get packages over here. So happy getting some new swag though. Thank you for the follow. Bad at hacking. That's funny. Funny guy, huh? Let me... Okay, so I'm not sure how this works, but I know that a real-time protection has to be on. And then I think you just add an exclusion folder. Let's see. Add exclusions. I'm just gonna add my desktop to the exclusion folder. Because what threat check does, if I recall correctly, is that it just copies out sections of whatever you're trying to find the detection of, and then it copies it out to the C drive in the temp directory, and then once it hits, it will allow you to figure out where in that part that things are going wrong. So threat check, I know that, but I would like to get like a help menu. Yeah, there we go. So the engine, let's use AMSI for file. Oh, you can analyze URL. That would be handy actually. If my that would be super handy if I still used cloud workers. Sadly, my cloud worker got nuked because apparently that wasn't a part of the NDA, or not the NDA. It wasn't a part of their terms of service or agreement or whatever. Shocked to see that they didn't like me generating that stuff, even though it's not malicious in any way. It's just patching AMSI. Right, so I recall this not working because this, unless this is undetected though, and there's no chance it is, because if I smack it in here, it's going to be nuked. Yeah. So we can try to switch up the engine, right? And we can try to use Defender instead. Yeah, no threats found. That's just not correct. Well, I think the only reason my Cloud Threat Tracker got nuked was because it got a bit of an attention, and then, yeah. So I think we could go back to the original Defender check, but for some reason, you know, this is based on the same stuff. Take a binary input out from file disk and split it into pinpoints. That's exactly that byte. Okay, so this is made for binaries. Yeah, this is made for files. This ain't made for PowerShell input. Yeah, so it uses the AMSI engine by default, so that shouldn't really matter. But yeah, but there's another one that's specifically made for. Yeah, it's just late. That's it. You see, it gets a new detection, but threat check isn't able to nail down what's going on, and I think that's because it shouldn't really matter. Shouldn't matter at all, to be honest. But again, I think this is made for binary files. There's one for PowerShell. AMSI check PowerShell detection. GitHub. There's one made specifically for PowerShell. AMSI detection. There we go. Hey, the Explorer and grabbed it in the middle. Rally security. Hey, what's up, man? I'm like 90% sure there's one specific for PowerShell. There we go. There we go. I think this one. Is it this one? 2 years ago. Can't be this one. Okay, people, go to your Googles. Why am I using Bing? Well, I know why, because Edge defaults to it, but why am I using Bing? AMSI Tracer. Thank you, JC. Do I want this? Is this the one I want? Okay, so this way I can at least see what AMSI is seeing. And since I'm gonna... Yeah, at least I can see what AMSI is seeing. Yeah, it doesn't do... It's... I think I'm still looking for another one, but I saw this run by last week, so I am gonna test it anyhow. I mean, being able to dump exactly what AMSI scan buffer sees is useful in terms of knowing how much AMSI decodes stuff now, right? Maybe the obfuscation is obsolete and it just decodes it, and that's why it gets the detections. So I need to run that from elevated command prompt, or PowerShell would probably have done it as well. We'll do this. It's not going to recognize shit. So I'm going to install it. What you mean not found? Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, so now I could try to run it. So I'll bring up PowerShell and I'll run another. I'll run that bottom part that got detected, which would be not this, which would be this. Oh, not that either. Not that either. Not that either. This is the first part, this is the second part. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so I'm gonna check the chat. That got nuked. Let's check the logs. Well, this didn't really help me that much. To be honest. Why did it run like a get file hash? No idea what this is. So this is what, at least based on what I understand, this is what AMSI.fail, the AMSI scan buffer saw. And just based on what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like it's decoding it much at all. So that's I guess is a good thing, right? Yeah, but that would, I swear to God, there is a tool to do it. I'm seeing the jam it in exe suggestions, but there is like a tool to check. So I'm just gonna use Google, and Google will help me. So I'm saying scan buffer scanner GitHub check signatures. Wow. Hey, it's me. Hey, I got mentioned in the book. I got mentioned in 2 books yesterday. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. That's like a goal for sure. Okay, getting off track. Blah blah blah. He's hooking and checking it. What is this? This is for C# again. Yeah. So I tried thread check just now. That's the one I have on disk here, right? Thread check, and that didn't work. I'm thinking thread check is for binary files mainly. Either that or my VM and stuff is just so slow that it doesn't catch up. Because when I run it, you see that nothing happens. It just claims it's undetected. Definitely not undetected. Right? And then later it comes up thread found. So if you see these details, I don't want to learn more. Maybe I have to do another type of... Let's just check how the page migration is going. Set is published, it claims. It probably isn't yet though, even though it claims it. Yeah, it is. It's up and running. Awesome. Cool. So that migration works, but still can't get around stuff. So either we have to work blindly, or we have to work blindly. So let me try at least to find the different... So it gets nuked, that's fine. Let's bring it into Notepad++. Oh, okay, was a bit afraid of what the history here would show. And then try to replace this with this new line. Extend, replace all, there we go. Then we at least have two lines. Hex editors. Thread check has a PowerShell component too. Does it? No. It's like it shouldn't matter because it works in the way that it just takes a snippet of a file, smacks it into a location, makes Defender scan it. If that snippet is detected, it keeps incrementing that snippet until you can find like the exact point. But it either doesn't work because it's in a VM, it's too slow, or yeah, it's some other stuff. We could try the original Defender check. I mean, I'm just thinking there it just might be easier just to make some modifications and just feel about it, because right now I feel like the maybe there has common generic detection. That would be interesting. So let's try both of these two lines. It's broken apparently. No, okay, so that worked. That worked because we broke it into two lines. If that wasn't two lines, that would have gotten nuked. Yeah. So it's definitely okay. So we just need to switch up the flow then, basically. They're detecting it together. There's a follow-up detection between this get field stuff and the other stuff. So we have to break it out into different vars like we initially did. So what we could do is... Trying to think what the best approach here is. Let me play around with some obfuscation here, to see if maybe we can do something a bit cool. That would definitely change up the game, make them a lot smaller as one. Nope, doesn't work. Well, nope, doesn't work. I was thinking maybe we could like... I was thinking maybe we could just forward that, so like make a wrapper for the shard function. Hey, that's not a bad idea, just adding random stuff between the commands. That would be an easy add as well, so I could replace semicolons with semicolons plus junk. Okay. I don't know if sleep might be the correct way though, but let me just try. Let's try that. That's a very good suggestion initially, at least. Because since we can run the commands in two separate lines, it means that neither of them by themselves isn't detected, but the combination of them happening either in rapid succession or the fact that they're together is the issue. So we could do... we can do like this. Oh yeah, it needs to be way bigger, so it needs to be like... There we go. That's 2 seconds. Can we do without? No, we cannot. We have to do it like this. Cool. So, I mean, technically, in this one, if we go back... Oh, that was a bit too much. Take this, go into our place, and then replace it with this. I think we... I think we got ourselves a winner, to be honest. Okay, so we could do that. Can we do other random just junk? Because that worked. That just worked. I just love it. I just love it when it just works, man. Yeah. I mean, if it works, why the fuck not? Right? It's always like this. It's always like this. I bet we could do... Let's go back a second and let's just try to do like 1 millisecond. I don't even think it's the actual time. I just think that it's a command that separates it. I don't think it has anything to do with the time or amount you're sleeping. No, it's just that you're separating the command. I think we could literally write whatever the fuck we want put in here. I think we could just do whatever we want put in there. So we could just add junk code. That's our next step. We start adding junk code. So we want to do like, I guess we could just make some declare some random variables, like, you know, like this. Let's just declare some random variables. Okay, let's try just declaring random variables between them. I broke something, but it didn't get nuked. That's just me breaking stuff, but... I mean, the thread sleep stuff worked. Yeah, it could be anything. You know what we could do? We could, yeah, we could just add random variable declarations. Random variable name equals an obfuscated random string. That's what we'll do. Easy. That's what we'll do. Yeah. So for any of them except the raster mouse bypass one, name it as AMSI.fail. That would be cool, actually. Do you think AMSI.fail is a string detection now? No. Aw. That's kind of sad, though. I had high hopes. We could do that. we can we could do that. No, we don't want to be evil. I mean, we wouldn't want to do anything static, so we could just add a general. Okay, so let's I mean, let's do this. It seems pretty straightforward to me. So in the index here, we basically, oh wow, I haven't looked at this in a long time, people. Oof, this, and it's JavaScript. I'm no JavaScript genius, so I think for everyone except Rust stuff. So we have encode payload, that's awesome. So we already split that out. That's the encode payload function. AMSI trigger is the correct script, right? Might be. AMSI trigger. Yes, AMSI trigger is the correct script. Thank you very much. This is what I've been looking for. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Stealth hacker. Awesome. Okay, so basically, we just start adding stuff. So in the encode payload here, we want to split it on a specific line. So, oh my god, how do we even do this? I have no idea. I mean, it's JavaScript, right? So I think just for E. Okay, I'm gonna. So I think we can just. When should we do this? We should do this after the fact. So split. Let's just split on some new line. No, we want to replace. So you want to replace. So we want to replace this with, and then some random junk. Get random junk, and then just this. That's what we want to do, basically. And I want to say that I'm really happy with moving over to JavaScript. All credits to Martin, MRTN9 on Twitter, I believe. He's the founder of a Norwegian security company called Covert, or Covert in Norwegian. Shout out to him. He's the one that mainly ported this over from C# to JS, and he documented it in terms of doing adding comments, adding explanations for each function. Really nice. And it really helped me, one, to drive down cost, right? Because I was paying for that Azure function. And second, it helped me get rid of automated systems for fetching signatures. Because at the end of the day, I obviously don't want to help any threat actors or malicious people with proper malicious intent out there. So having them actually have to go to the site and do this with JavaScript instead of having them just pulling automatic stuff is better. And then, I mean, if I were Microsoft, I hope God not they're listening, but if I were Microsoft, I would take this JavaScript, I would pull it out, I would run it 1,000,000 times in a VM, and I would just signature every output. Right? Do that automatically. If you're watching Microsoft, don't do that. But yeah, I would do something like that. But again, that what I just said, what I'm doing now would break that, right? Because I'm adding some more stuff in between. I'm changing the general sort of structure of it. That's what they did with Unicorn. That's interesting. I guess that was Python, so that was easier. But I mean, running JS isn't hard. That's interesting to hear. That's what exactly they did. Okay, so I don't know if this is valid. Who cares? Let's just generate. Get random junk, and then ignore that length, and then just set that int length to be like, can I get a random number as well? Do I have that function here? Random number? Yeah, randint. So that's just a random int. Yeah, so you set a max. Cool. So length, random int, oops. So the max is 10. It's let, right? Not int. Right. Now, I guess that's what they sort of kind of have done as well. And then that random junk would be... Oh no, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I would need to do it like that. Okay, gotcha. So I would need to do... This is so hacky, I love it. I think this should work. So let me just spin that up locally here. AMSI.fail. Famous last words though. I think this should work. So I can't really see it, but I think it's there. I love how it just works sometimes. Let's see if this works. Be interesting. So AMSI init failed. Causes detection. Oh, nuked. Interesting. So did it have it? Did it add junk? I don't... Okay, there's some junk. Right. Wasn't that enough? Maybe we should just do the tread sleep. I don't think this was enough in general. Thank you for the follow, Python 9. I mean, doing the sleep is really easy. It needs to be a string. You have junk, but not as a string. That is correct. I could add single chars around it. So make it a string. Or I could escape double quotes. That would be better. I think it was a bit short, so I'm gonna set the max length to like 30. And it annoys me a bit that I'm getting a minimum of 0, but that's just how it is when you do it randomly. There we go. A lot more junk there. Oh, that fucked up everything, I think. Yeah, I had single and double quotes in there. Lol. I forgot to remove this single quote, so that fucked up everything. Interesting, didn't you could be blocked it? That's because of the encoding stuff. Yeah, just doesn't like that encoding anymore. Or the way it's executed. So something's missing. Okay, so there's a flaw in this. Oh, why is it obfuscating this? That ain't possible. You can't obfuscate that. That's breaking something. Interesting. Yeah, you should... This, I mean... I'm not gonna lie, it's probably not 100% anymore. Still neat. Interesting. But this didn't though? Okay, I'm guess I'm back to the tread sleep. Why the fuck not? I could do both though, but let's do sleeping for now. So let's make it something. So guess random int. The max should be like 2 seconds. So let's just get the random. Get the random junk. No, let's just remove this if I don't use it. No worries. Let's try sleep. Hmm. Interesting. So it was only specific for this? Okay, let's try the script that you found. Let's try what did you call it? AMSI trigger. Let's try that. Oh, it's got a release for me and everything. Whoop. Glad I'm in the lab, right? I'm thinking that the reason it worked because I had the specific short reflection method one. It probably doesn't. The longer ones probably has some other sort of static detection. So we need to figure out what that is as well. So let's see how good this is. Oops, I was wrong. Say trigger. Thank you. Okay. So the input file, partial input file, not detected. I think the chunk size needs to come down a bit. Because this is detected, I'm telling you right now. Show debug info. Okay, let's try a bigger one. So let's try, because this one does get caught. If I copy this into PowerShell, it doesn't get nuked. Okay, so the one I was testing against was... Damn, right. Okay, let's use the one that I know gets caught. So apparently that, let's use one that I know get caught then. So let's use this one. So our testing was wrong because the one we initially used didn't already. Okay, what is going on? So this one didn't get caught. Okay, this one has to get caught. This is a giant one. Parse error. Okay, what is going on here? No some stuff. Did somebody hack my repo and make it on? Okay, there we go. Now it gets caught. So why does that one get caught? Let's override that one and then redo this. Why do I get not detected when it's obviously getting... What the actual fuck? I love it. How tools meant to help it easier for you to debug stuff doesn't work at all. But but okay, now I do not understand anything. But yeah, that would be great. Too bad it's a hell of a lot of work. Especially when this stuff is in JavaScript now. I did have something like that going for me when it was all in C# because then I could just use the codes. Right? Not bad. Maybe I need to do what I suggested Microsoft should do. Are you telling me that AMSI.fail is undetectable now, or that it's just some payloads? Okay, that one got detected. Everybody saw that, right? Note that down. That one got detected. And now, if you smack it into AMSI, it says not detected. And if we now run it, it isn't detected anymore. What the fuck is going on? Is it adding an exclusion? What is going on? I have no idea what's going on at this point. I think I need to reboot or something. So I have like, oh, I have an exclusion to desktop. I know that, but I have to do that to leave it running. But if you don't use exclusions, then the file will get nuked before you're able to detect it or scan it. So I don't know how that works. I thought that was the point, that you have real-time protection running. Wait, I'll add. Instead of having this as the exclusion, I'll just add the AMSI trigger as an exclusion and remove the desktop inclusion. Yeah, I don't know anymore. I don't understand. No, I don't think it does. Pretty sure you need to have it enabled. We'll check his blood pools, make sure. So that would be true, but only for the same PowerShell process. AMSI trigger currently only works against PowerShell files. You kidding me? Yeah, so the TXT got nuked. That makes sense. I get that. That's why. I mean, that makes sense. So where the fuck did I drop this? Where is this? Oh, I'm in the long machine. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, so let's take him for the word then, right? So this thread found, and that's the AMSI one. That makes sense. I get that. File extension, or it's thread check. I don't know. I have no idea why that should matter at all. I mean, Defender works in very mysterious ways, so. It says not detected, well, because it isn't there anymore, because it got nuked, probably. No, it's still there. Okay, so let's, I don't know, just, okay, so let's do AMSI init.failed, right? That shows that this PowerShell process has AMSI loaded and it detects stuff, and then I try to run this, which should get detected now, which it for some reason doesn't. Again, AMSI init.failed is now patched, so it doesn't work, so I have to kill this PowerShell process. But I swear to God, the first time I ran this, it was detected. Why is it suddenly undetected? No, sorry, let's do the AMSI init.fail again. AMSI init.failed gets detected. I smack this in there, gets nuked. Open a new PowerShell process. AMSI init.failed. No, yeah, that's because I can't type, right? Yeah, again, it's there. I run it. Now it stays there. What the actual fuck is going on? No, but did they do something? Did they? No, but what the actual fuck is going on? I'm gonna reboot this VM, but this is beyond belief at this point. Right? I don't. Maybe they. Okay. Okay, maybe they. I'm rebooting the VM now, but I don't know why this doesn't make any sense, but anyway, I'm going to add the stuff that we added for sure. Going to add the thread sleep stuff for sure. Maybe I'll even add some junk code between it. So we'll do Oh fuck! I got shit on my keyboard. Let me get some paper. If you run it twice in the same session, then AMSI is already patched and it won't do anything. But I could try. If okay, we could try to see if I'm thinking maybe there's an off chance here that Defender ignores the second detection and just invalidates it instead of alerting on it, making it harder for us to pinpoint exactly what's going on, right? Because technically, if I run it once, it gets detected and nuked. If I run it another time in the new session and it doesn't patch AMSI, then they have invalidated it. Or it's some stupid VM crap. Good point. Event viewer might give us. Hey, maybe this has something to do with the AMSI trace thing that I installed. I'm thinking it might have something to do with the AMSI trace thing I installed. Maybe I should uninstall that. Right? Do you sound like I should uninstall that? Let's start by doing that because I'm getting some weird results and I do not like it. Let's start by doing that. That's not a bad. That seems logical to me. Let's uninstall that first. So I'm just doing this on the side here now. Seeing into this, then I gotta find the AMSI tracer directory and how to uninstall it. AMSI tracer, AMSI tracer. AMSI tracer, opening up the VM again. Right, that would make sense. Could also do procmon and see what it does, but I mean that I don't think that will help us much. I'm gonna be honest. Oops. Okay, it's unregistered. Let's move over to AMSI.fail and see what happens. Okay, AMSI init failed, gets nuked, reruns it. Oops, I think either it's bad or I rerun it a bit too quick. Threats found. Okay, cool. It doesn't nuke the process, but it did. Okay, now it nuked the process. It was a bit slow. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. If I rerun it, is it because it's slow? So I get a Trojan AMSI tamper. See details. The program is dangerous and executed from an attacker. Cool. But I'm just trying to figure out what is going on at this point. Okay, let's generate a new one and then just run it one time with the... I don't know, man. I think I'm just going to add this fix and then do some more testing. It seems that I have like... get random junk. Call that and then... Oops. Oops. Yeah, it's not a functional script because it needs to be declared. So you know what? I'm gonna obfuscate it. That's what I'll do. I'll take that second random one and I'll obfuscate the string. What happened there? No idea. Yeah, this has something to do with this. So these are all. I still need to. Just thinking. So how does these look in the original ones? How does this look? So these are all like within double quotes. Yes, I need to put it in within double quotes first, or it's just gonna break stuff. Okay, let's try that. And then that looks good. I think it does. Yeah. Get me the second reflection method, please. There we go. Nuked. I could add some more after it. I didn't think about that. Let's see if I can I rerun it now or will it get nuked? Okay, so now I see no consistency here. Same payload ran twice, doesn't get nuked. What the actual fuck, Microsoft? What is going on here? Is there like what literally what is going on here? So you can't, if you run it twice, it's okay? Can somebody try this and confirm on their system? Please. Somebody right now in their lab with Defender, open up AMSI.fail, pull up payload, try to run it, gets detected, and rerun it. See if it skips that second time. Is this like this must be a bug on my side. If this is something Defender put in, it's a major security hole. Would somebody be kind and do that? That'd be great. See what the frick is going on here. Yeah, do it. Why? What is going on? Two times in a row just dies? Did you run it twice or once? Oh no, I'm editing the wrong stuff. vil bare ha en random string in a viss size, og så kan jeg randomize casen. Det har ikke noe å si for meg egentlig. Shut up. Does it work? Are you telling me right now that if you run the same... are you telling me right now that if you run the same detected payload... Shut up. Shut up. No way. Okay, I'm gonna tag Microsoft. This is one of the moments I'm gonna tag Microsoft. Okay. Okay. Just stumbled into this live on my stream. Hashtag don't unplug my stream. No, this is just straight up. This is, I don't know what this is. They have done something wrong here. Okay, can some... Okay, I have 2 people who confirm this. Can some more of you please confirm this? Just pick a AMSI bypass payload. And then run it twice. First run it once. Defender will nuke your PowerShell session. Run it again in a new PowerShell session. What happens? No, this can't be correct. This honestly can't be correct. Well, okay, so this only seems to happen when it actually kills the process. I think it's a logical bug because Defender thinks it's terminated the process, so it keeps ignoring it by its name, and since you are running in the PowerShell process, that makes sense, right? So, okay, let me try this. Okay. I'm gonna try something weird. You might find this weird. It is weird. I'm gonna jump into where PowerShell is located. I'm gonna copy it and make a new process called not PowerShell. And let's open both of them. Okay, so we have PowerShell running, and then we have not PowerShell running. Right? Look, it even thinks it's something new. Interesting. Okay, so then I smack my payload into PowerShell, run it, doesn't get nuked. No idea why it doesn't get nuked. Apparently this payload is undetectable. Let me get a second reflection one that is detectable, apparently. It gets nuked, right? I open a new PowerShell prompt. I paste in the same payload, doesn't get nuked. If I try to do it from a new process that isn't called no PowerShell, it doesn't get nuked. Okay, so there's obviously some heuristic detection based on if you're launching it for PowerShell as well. Does that mean is that if I open PowerShell from CMD, run it, okay, so I don't know what to say anymore. Apparently, if it gets nuked once, it's fine. No idea what to say anymore. Yeah, this is weird. This is hella weird. Like, unnaturally weird. What is going on? This can't be true, dude. There is literally no way. No way. Just adding some more stuff here. So I'm replacing the null values. That seems to be something that goes... let's do some code. Yeah. You run AMSI and it failed after you run the payload. No, okay, but still though, why does a detected payload nuke a PowerShell shell and then you run it again? But these PowerShell bypasses are only for the specific process. Once you create a new process, the bypass isn't valid. It's a feature. That would make sense, right? I'll show you though. Let's pull up the second reflection method again. Oops. AMSI init failed. Sorry, AMSI init failed. There we go. Gets it. But shouldn't the PowerShell bypass only be valid for one PowerShell session? Or am I drunk? That's how it used to be before, right? AMSI init failed. But why is that? Okay, I'm running into my wrong machine, sorry. Ignore everything I said. AMSI init failed. Right? So AMSI, this one had it patched. Right? You agree. AMSI init failed is active, right? So if I run this payload here, I don't know if this is undetected now. No, it isn't. Actually, it doesn't even fucking work. I mean, I'm not saying it's a great break either way, because if you get detected once, I mean, people will swarm the machine anyhow. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, it does this. Okay, that doesn't make sense. So we need to do that before input. Yeah, we need to do that before that. So we need to do it after the comment. Maybe it's time for me to just remove the comments. I'm just going to or just break it on a new line though. Interesting. How do I want to do this? I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. Why wouldn't Defender catch the same stuff again and again? That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah, then it's a malfunction in Defender then, right? It shouldn't do that. Which is what I'm saying. I just need to pull a payload out of the works. Give me a second. So let's see. I need this, and then I need to remove the. I think I fucked up too much. Let me go back a step here. I'm giving an image. Yeah, I can't see it. Sorry. Hey, bye-bye. Let me just try to get it back to where it was working first. Second reflection method, right? So it runs, gets nuked. I open a new PowerShell session. AMSI.fail. AMSI is clearly still active. I run the second payload. It doesn't get nuked. What the fuck? Why? Okay, so this payload is now just not detectable on this system. Defender just thinks it got it. It doesn't why wouldn't it? I have tested this many times. I have many rounds of AMSI bypass maintenance. Right? Nah, don't really care about the bound. I just find it really interesting. Cloud sample sharing. Cool. Let's try that. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, and of course now it's patched. I just did what you asked me to do. Look. And it didn't get detected, but before it got nuked. The AMSI bypasses I'm running is only specific to each PowerShell process. So when you open a new one, the AMSI is on. Okay. So this isn't patched then, right? AMSI init failed. Looks pretty patched. Does look pretty patched. So this seems rather valid, to be honest. Yeah, I would like to see somebody. I mean, if multiple people, like a couple of more people, will try this locally, see if it works. This is interesting. It's weird. I'm thinking Defender thinks it already nuked it, and that's why. That's a weird one. Honestly, no idea what's going on. Why patch AMSI when you can? Okay. Okay, so another question is. Okay, so I wonder. I'm just trying to figure out how far this goes, right? So let's get ready new payloads. Let's use again the second reflection method, right? We smack it in. Gets nuked. Right? Nuked. Okay. Open the new PowerShell session. Now I run it. Doesn't get nuked. Um, I don't know anymore. Honestly, no idea what's going on here. Let's get back to just trying to fix some signatures then, right? So what I initially wanted to do was this, and then right, because I used the null one, and maybe I could just make that a variable as well, trying to break more signature chains. Sleep one is fine, junk between is fine, that should work. We could check that this works first, actually. It will still nuke the initial PowerShell string though, or the initial PowerShell session. You would have to open a new one. This is interesting. Yeah, open your VM. Let's see. I'm really interested. Use the same payload twice. See if it doesn't nuke it. Who are you, dude? I don't recall your alias. I agree it doesn't make sense though, so I understand the confusion, but it would make sense maybe that it was something specific to my VM, but if others can replicate it, then I don't know what's going on. I have no exclusions on this machine. Okay, so I mean, it seems like we have our changes has made has worked in some way. No, that makes sense. Well, I mean that doesn't make sense, but okay, that's good to know. I at least, right? Could the same exe? I mean, it doesn't. I this is for, like, there's no real use case for this, right? Why would you, why would you run the same signature payload twice on a host? It's not a feature. I'm just saying it's super weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You just run an unsignatured bypass if you want to use PowerShell at all. You shouldn't use PowerShell, right? I'm just saying it's really interesting. Maybe it killed AMSI DLO. I mean, I'm gonna start by saying no. That wouldn't make sense, but I mean, we can check. Hey, it works. Nice. Nice. I thought you came in with a bit more aggression than needed, though. But yeah, it works. Glad that I am not an idiot then, right? Cool. Totally useless, but it works. So please give me my process hacker binary, please. Yes, I have problems downloading. Thank you. There we go. I want to see if this... Let's see, PowerShell. Modules. I love winning. It's the best. Okay, let's kill this PowerShell session and then try to run one of the previous commands which were I think this was detected. No, okay. Oh no, of course it isn't because it we ran it earlier. No, it didn't nuke. It would be interesting to see if this would work cross-machine. That wouldn't make any sense. I agree to that. But okay, let me try to upload a bypass that on my machine doesn't get detected anymore, and see if it gets detected on your machine. I totally agree that it doesn't make any sense. I just want to see for the lols of it, right? So I'm gonna share a paste bin of one of the AMSI bypasses that. Okay, paste bin. You didn't like what I posted? Did pastebin nuke my post? What happened? Okay. Try to run this. See if this gets detected. Or if you can run it twice. Hmm. Okay, so I wanted the null value to be replaced. So this shouldn't really work here. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, let's try a new one. Let's try a new one. I don't believe this. There's literally no fucking way. There is no way. Let me again try to get. No, no. Shut up. There's no way. Shut up. Okay, let me try to generate one that I know is detected. Okay, let's try this again. So I take this payload. And I copy RFH, right? And I open that in a new PowerShell session on my machine. It should get nuked, right? Gets nuked. Everybody saw it got nuked. I rerun this payload in a new PowerShell session. Let me just confirm again that AMSI is indeed initialized in this process. If I try AMSI and it failed, it detects it. If I rerun this again, nothing happens. The defender doesn't detect it. And if I run AMSI and it failed again, AMSI is now patched. Now, what the actual fuck? Now, I'll upload this payload for you guys so you could try to run it. If it doesn't get caught one time on your machine, this means that Defender has now magically in some way added this to... Okay, everybody run this. See if it gets nuked. Nuked one time, and then runs the second time, or if it just doesn't get nuked at all. Okay, second one got nuked. Okay, does it get nuked when you run it a second time? Okay, awesome. Try to run it a second time. Does it get nuked? Okay, so thank God it's local, but what? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Oh yeah, I gotta get cloud time. No, but I mean, I would like to understand the logic behind this. I see no logic behind this. Anyway, okay, so we had this, we had the junk, cool, and then I mean, while it would be cool, but I literally think there's no way that me running it twice gets it added to whitelisted database or makes it. No, there's literally no way. It doesn't make sense. That's not possible. I could no, it doesn't. No, that does. No, I don't know, man. That doesn't make any sense. That sounds like science fiction to me, right? But anyway, I gotta split this on a new line, so, or I gotta do some more stuff. Input equals, and then return input, and then replace the first new line with new line, and then our null value declaration. So see how that looks. That looks fair. We just need to add this second part here, and that way the null value needs to reload it, but that way we're sort of avoiding using set value null. These should be undetected now, or at least most of them should be. Okay, undetected works great. Okay, so we did what we set out to do today, and that's great. And we also uncovered a really weird bug that I cannot explain at all. I have literally no idea why, and I understand why this doesn't make I don't know anymore. Signature updates and maintenance. Also, if you run it twice, Defender says okay. Right? The thing is that Defender, in my opinion, has actually gotten a lot better. I mean, if you're by late, right? The main issue with Defender is, you know, it's the AMSI patches make C# executable and scripting just make it easy to run by it. But like Defender, as if you're a small company, Defender is free and it's not that bad. There does exist paid software that is way worse than Defender, in my humble opinion. Let's see if this now updates. Yeah, it's now live. Go grab yourself a bypass, people. No, but literally, yeah. So somebody commented on the tweet saying that he has been abusing this for a while, and that he doesn't think it gets sent to the actual AMSI scan function. And we can check that. We can check that because we had the. Okay, so if you add just a little bit of string. Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. At least the update is there. Does the GitHub link work? Great, the docs are there. I mean, yeah, it seems like we stumbled into something weird today. But on another note, that makes it a rather difficult or close to impossible for us to use the tools I've been talking about to figure out where the detection is, or... I mean, for us to be able to use the different AMSI threat check tools now, we would have to add some random junk at the end of the string, which would force the AMSI scan buffer to rescan the string. Yeah, we only have one full reflection, or full reflection one at the AMSI scan buffer. Well, it's weird. Super weird, but I mean, we ended up streaming for 2 hours. That wasn't supposed to happen. Goddamn. I want to thank you so much for joining today. We had a peak viewer count for like 30 viewers, which is amazing. Never had that much. I think the highest we've had until up until now has been like 25. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. See you next time next Sunday. We did what we set out to do, so that's great. We had some trouble trying to identify. We had some trouble trying to identify what the detections was, but turns out that that's pretty hard. It's really hard now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys joining in. Next time, next Sunday, if you have any suggestions at all, please be sure to join my Discord. I'm not gonna claim that my Discord is like super active or anything, but if you want to give me suggestions or share stuff, whatever, really appreciate you joining. That's awesome. You could also reach out to me on Twitter if you have any suggestions of what I should stream. I'm not like I'm pretty. I don't do any almost. I literally do no preparation at all for the stream. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want to add submissions and stuff. Really appreciate it. See you next Sunday, same time at 4 p.m. UTC, right? If I recall correctly. Thank you so much, guys. See you next Sunday. Bye bye.